What's up, guys? It's Luke, my co-host Will. We're back for episode 3 of the Queen City Sports Pod. Will, what's going on?
Not much, man. Finals are coming up. Guess the
Yes,
same
sir.
for you.
Yeah, final stretch. I've got exam on Friday and then one on Monday.
Yeah, time to bring it home for sure.
Yeah, I'm just tuned into the Indiana UNC game. Pretty big game. Indiana's undefeated, trying to keep it that way. And then UNC's lost 2 straight. So if they lose this, I'd have to imagine they could end up being unranked.
Yeah, probably, right?
Yeah,
They don't
three
look good
losses.
anyway.
3 losses. But yeah, so I
But
said let's dive right in. We're going to start off with some college football today, considering it's pretty big right now. Playoff coming
yeah,
up.
playoffs looking so far it's Georgia, Michigan, TCU,
USC.
right? USC. And
Yeah.
Ohio State's on the edge.
So we got
And
three undefeated teams.
do they have Bama at 6 right now?
Yeah, Bama's at
Don't they?
6 right now. I would say, in my personal opinion, I don't see a 2-loss team getting in, but it's Bama, so you never know.
Dude, I mean, Bama has no wins at all.
Yeah, I mean,
They do no longer have any ranked wins.
after that LSU loss to Texas A&M, I mean, LSU doesn't look that strong. And then you got Tennessee, who we saw what happened to them.
Yeah, I mean, Ohio State beat Penn State, which is the 8th team in the country. So I
Yeah,
would
they're
even
not
say
bad at
that
all.
Tennessee should be above Alabama if it's supposed to be about who you've beat. I'm just saying,
Yeah,
like, why? I know it was at home or whatever, but
I agree with what you're saying there, but also like if you're just talking about how good the team is right now, Tennessee is like they wouldn't even be top 15 because they
yeah,
got some
they have
new
no quarterback either.
Hendon Hooker's gone. So I mean, I'm not trying to hate on this guy. He's probably decent at least, but like I mean, that was
Yeah,
literally their Heisman candidate. So
I don't know. Just just looking at it, I'm just surprised. I'm surprised, honestly, that Ohio State wasn't still 4 or
I
3. Like, I thought they were going to be in it. And I
I
did not expect them to respect USC at all.
I thought they would be in it, but the thing is that the committee, I feel like they want these other conferences to be involved. The fact
Yeah.
that there's a one-loss team from the Pac-12, which when was the last time there was a good Pac-12, like a Pac-12 team challenging to be in the fucking playoff? The last time was literally
Oregon, I don't know.
Oregon. Yeah, exactly. So, I
Nah,
mean,
that's not true. Washington went that one year
oh,
and they
you're right. You're
got
right. They got
smoked.
blown with Jake Browning at QB. But
Yeah, they got killed.
yeah, I mean, I think USC. I don't think that we can talk about this soon, but I don't think they're that good to be honest. But resume wise,
Yeah.
I think it's fair to put them in. They have one loss to Utah by 1 point. So I mean that's a
I
huge game
mean,
this weekend. If they win this game by double digit points, I think they're going to be in. So
um, I mean, I just I don't like the idea of not putting the best teams in, to be honest. That's my like main thing. I want the
yeah,
best teams in it because I know that you want to see USC in it because like you want a different conference representing.
yeah,
But like USC is going to get just absolutely killed by Georgia. I think Ohio State has a chance. I don't think TCU. I think TCU has a better chance than USC. Like I've seen
I don't agree
USC
with
play,
that.
bro.
I
Bro,
can't
I've
agree
seen
with that,
USC play like in person. I don't. I'm not a fan, dude. I
dude.
think they'll get rolled.
I mean, I don't think they're that good either. But I mean, their running back's good. We know their quarterback. Obviously, Caleb Williams is good. And
I
then
mean, Travis Dye was good last year. Caleb Williams was
yeah,
good last year. Mario Addison was good last year.
Jordan
But I watched.
Addison.
I watched Arizona give him a game, man. We thought we were storming the field at one point, and if it wasn't for a penalty call, we might have been.
Yeah,
Like I'm just saying.
I get what you're saying, but like from the committee's perspective, who are you putting in? Like a one loss conference champion who lost by 1 point, or
Well, you don't know they're going to win the conference.
non-conference champion? Well, yeah, I mean, that's what I was gonna say. I mean, if USC loses, there's no way they can be in. So then, what
If
happens if
TCU loses, are they in?
I think if USC and TCU loses, then TCU will stay in. If TCU loses and USC wins, TCU will slide to 5. They'll move Ohio State to 4, and they'll move USC up to 3. One loss TCU,
Ah,
not a non-conference champion, is not making it. I don't think.
well, they're
Who you
only
think?
playing K State too, so it's just like if they lose that game, like that's the same to me as well. That's the Big 12 champion now, so I would
Yeah,
honestly do credit that win as much as like I don't know USC beating Oregon or something. I don't know, like who's that comparable to?
I
Like
don't
that's
know,
just
honestly,
not
but I mean, ask yourself this: Who are you taking? Assuming TCU loses, who are you taking? One loss TCU, who didn't win the conference, and their loss was to Kansas State, or one loss Ohio State, who didn't win the conference, and their loss is to number 2 Michigan. I mean, obviously, you're taking Ohio State in.
well.
So
I mean, I
I think
personally think Ohio State's just like the absolute fourth best team in the country.
I mean,
Like
all I'm saying is if TCU loses, I don't see how they can make it in.
I just don't think TCU is going to lose. I think USC is going to lose. I think
I'm
USC is going to choke it and go 0 for 2 on the year against Utah.
interested.
Utah's such a bad matchup for them, dude. That's why they won. Like,
I
I
don't
don't know.
I don't agree with what you're saying about TCU though, because TCU last time they played Kansas State, they were down 28-10. And then Kansas State, this is when Kansas State, they were already on their backup quarterback, right? Adrian Martinez was out. And then the backup QB got hurt too. So now they're on their third string and they were up 28-10 and they ended up losing at TCU. So this time, neutral site, I think I got Kansas State winning this time.
Yeah. I mean, I just maybe they'll lose. I don't know. I don't have a strong opinion on who's going to win or lose that game, but it's just like I already don't think TCU should be in it. But if they win the Big 12 and go undefeated, obviously they're in. That's kind
Yeah,
of like what I'm saying. I don't think they're good,
I get what you're saying.
or
I
they
see what
are
you're saying.
obviously
Like,
good, but
I agree that I honestly do agree. Undefeated TCU. I still think personally that Ohio State's a
yeah,
better team than them. I think
yeah,
that's what you're saying too. But
yeah,
from like an actual perspective, like that would be really messed up to not put them in and then put in Ohio State. Like that's just not fair. That's just not fair.
yeah. I mean, the problem is like they've done it before, so I don't know.
Yeah, they did with like UCF.
They left out UCF that one year undefeated, and I'm not saying that TCU is going to get left out, but
I mean,
I
US,
don't know.
but
I'm just
those are
saying.
different, bro. Those are different. I
Yeah,
agree.
it's such a hypothetical.
UCF
Yeah,
is in what conference are they in? The American Conference, right?
yeah.
Yeah, and then
I mean,
he's using the Big 12. I mean, that's a lot different.
it's a hypothetical.
Yeah, but so who
Look
do
at
you
this
think is
week.
gonna win the assuming the playoff stays the same, let's just say, who do you think is winning the games and who do you think is winning the finals? Final. So it would
Georgia
be
versus USC.
yeah,
I think Georgia would absolutely smoke them.
okay. I think
Aren't they like Utah on steroids?
honestly, I
Like,
mean,
aren't they?
I think it would be somewhat close, honestly. I think USC is a team where they play everybody close, honestly. Even the teams that are better than they'll play them close, and then a team that maybe is better than, like obviously Georgia's better than them. I still think it'd be a close game, but obviously, yeah, I would say Georgia wins.
I I think that USC allowing 405 yards on defense is not a recipe for success. So
Yeah,
I mean, it's just with this Georgia era right now, like to win in college football and beat Georgia, or like even beat Michigan now because Michigan's doing it
yeah.
because you have to have the best front in the league. So
I
like
personally,
if you don't stand up to them at the line, like you're screwed. You
I
lose.
personally don't think that Georgia's offense is that high powered. So I think
I do. Like
if they,
unfortunately.
I mean, I just saw this last weekend against Georgia Tech. If they start slow like that against a team like USC could definitely take a decent lead on them. But I don't know. Obviously their defense is literally insane. So
Their
you gotta,
defense is unbelievable.
you got to talk about that too. But then other matchup is Michigan TCU.
Michigan would roll them.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think
That becomes like
beat them.
a very, very bad situation to me for TCU because you get good, like Michigan has two good cornerbacks, a good defensive line, and then they're just going to like do their thing on offense. And if JJ McCarthy ever plays the same that he played against Ohio State in another game, Michigan will win the championship. If
I
he
mean,
plays two more games like that,
Corum wasn't even
3.
Corum barely even played. I don't even know if he played at all. So I mean, you
Bro, I'm
got
just saying, like the quarterback play for Michigan in that game was so good that it's just
yeah.
like he looked so good, and he's never looked like that in his career. So I don't think that Ohio State just overnight became really terrible at playing defense, because they've been decent all year. Like they've held teams to like really low numbers, and I know they're hurt, like all of their corners are hurt or whatever. But it's
Okay.
like you expect that over a season, like to have a bunch of injuries.
Yeah,
So
I guess, but if you watch the game, like there was a lot of the Michigan touchdowns. I mean, you got to give credit to Michigan. Obviously, they went into Ohio State 8.5 point underdogs, got the win. But also, like, there's these plays. It's like it's literally a blown coverage. I don't even understand it.
it's,
Guys are
I
so
mean,
open.
I just think Michigan hid their playbook well this year. They've done it twice now, where it's like Michigan comes out and plays differently against Ohio State.
Yeah,
It's like they know what
yeah. We
they're.
haven't seen this passing attack from Michigan all year. So
That's what I'm saying. They were saying the whole game. Michigan is throwing the ball on 65% of their plays, where they've ran the ball on 72% of their plays all year, or something like that. I forgot what the numbers were.
yeah.
Something like that. And I was just like, they hid their bag, dude. Like they hid their bag of tricks and like deep coverage beaters and stuff. And
Well,
it's like,
Harbaugh's a great coach. We know that he's done it on the
well,
NFL
yeah,
professional
it's just
level. And
it was honestly insane to watch. Like how like dude, they just had like McCarthy had time to sit there. There wasn't really running lanes, but it's like, dude, their running backs are so good.
yeah,
Like
yeah, their backup,
Donovan Edwards is
their
actually
backup is
like,
really good. Yeah.
yeah, like, and he's young, dude. Like he'll be there. So that's
I mean,
like pretty
last year
crazy
they
to
had a
me.
similar thing going, but Corum was like what he is, and then they had Hassan Haskins as a starter.
Yeah,
It seems like they're doing that every year now.
yeah. Um,
But in a presumptive Michigan Georgia final, who would you take? Because that Michigan team I saw against Ohio State, I'm taking them over
I'm
Georgia.
taking them every night
Yeah,
over
but
everyone. Yeah,
after what I saw last year, I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. The thing is, though, that like
I mean, Georgia smoked them last year. It's not the same team,
Georgia,
but they smoked them.
I don't know. That'd be like the best. That'd be the best. That's best case scenario, honestly. If the Final Four is what it is, in my opinion.
That'll be
I do hope that Ohio State gets in, for the fact that like I know so many people would want to watch Ohio State play Georgia instead of USC, because
yeah.
like they
I mean, yeah,
deserve it, in
that's
all
an
honesty.
amazing 1-4 matchup for sure.
Bro, they beat Penn State, who's the number 8 team in the country, and like USC's best win is over. Like, who is their best win? Like, who is their best win at this point? They didn't play Washington,
I
I
guess
don't think.
Oregon.
Let's see if they played Washington. I can't remember.
I'd say it's Oregon for sure. I mean, even after Oregon just lost,
Dude, they've
yeah.
beaten UCLA.
Mhm.
They've beaten Notre Dame. They lost to Utah. They have no good wins at all.
Yeah, I don't think they
Like
really did.
UCLA is no longer a respectable win. Like we won. Like we won that game at UCLA too. Like, you know,
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I think I'm interested to see how it plays out and see if I honestly would be interested to see USC in the playoff just to see how they play. Because I don't know. We haven't seen USC in the this was before the college football playoff, but USC hasn't been in the postseason like that since 2007, 2008, whatever.
Yeah. Any games interest you for the weekend?
I mean, like I said, Friday night, USC Utah. I'd say that's probably the biggest game. We got at noon on Saturdays the Kansas State TCU. So those are probably the main games I'm going to be looking at.
Yeah, I mean, TCU. I really hope they lose, but
I like their
I'll
quarterback.
probably watch that game, and then I'll tune into Georgia LSU for a little, but I don't really think I'm going to watch any of the other ones.
Yeah, I'm with you. And I'm not honestly this year I'm not a big avid
Just,
college football watcher, but I enjoy
I
talking
just
about it, especially at the end.
I I don't know. I don't think that Michigan's entertaining to watch. So like, I'm not really gonna watch them just like roll over Purdue. Like, so
Okay.
that's just boring. And then Georgia LSU, it's just like I want to see Georgia play. Obviously, like who wouldn't want to tune in for a little bit? Why not?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You've heard me say this. I just don't think there are that many amazing teams this year. I think in the past
Yeah.
we usually always have Bama as an amazing team. I mean,
Well,
they're
it
fake
is.
this year. They're still good, but like they're not in that top four. I don't think TCU or USC are playoff worthy teams.
I
Like
mean, don't you
they
think though? Like,
they deserve to
the
make it, but I don't think they're playoff worthy per se.
isn't this just a result of like the transfer portal? Like Mario Addison literally plays for USC.
Jordan
Like
Addison.
he was, or Jordan Addison, and then Mario Williams is also on that team. But like Jordan Addison was like not a USC Trojan, and he is now
I mean, like
because of that.
Texas A&M. They were supposed to be
Well, actually, he's a grad transfer, isn't he?
Texas A&M was supposed to be a top 5 team. These guys are garbage. It's just weird.
They were not supposed to be top five, but they were getting ranked like that for some reason.
I mean, what was their ranking coming into the season? Oh
I
wow!
want to say it was like six, right?
Breaking news on the podcast. College football playoff expands to 12 teams. The Rose Bowl has signed an agreement that will allow the college football playoff to be expanded to 12 teams in 2024 and 2025.
That's so ass.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that at all.
Dude, 12 is so many. Let's go look. I have it pulled up.
I don't
Let's
think.
look at who the 12th best team in the country is and really just think about this for a second. You're saying that this team is now worthy of being in the playoffs by
I mean,
making
the
this.
10th team is Kansas State. I know that. I don't
Number
know.
12. Number 12. Is this wrong? This is the AP ranking.
That's not right then.
No, I'm on apnews.com, dude. This is right.
Yeah.
This is the official website. Released November 27th. That's when they released it.
So what does it say?
1 Georgia, 2 Michigan, 3 TCU, 4 USC, 5 Ohio State. Now we're getting like into like the range of like when teams are usually not that good, they're around
2
here.
and 3 lost
Right?
teams now.
Yeah. Alabama, Tennessee, Penn State, Washington, Clemson, LSU, Utah. You're telling me those teams are playing in the playoff? They're not winning a game. Like you're just
I don't get it.
it's just another game for kids to get injured in. Like
I mean,
I don't really understand that.
we all know it's just about money, but
Yeah, but it's just another game for kids to get injured in where it's like, bro, like imagine number 1 Georgia has to go play a game against Utah.
yeah.
Like, I just don't understand why they want to do that.
I
Like,
mean,
that
I
makes it
don't
a really
think
long tournament.
I think when I leave college, I don't even think I'll be watching college football anymore. I mean, I'll pay attention to like Auburn because I'm a fan, but I don't think I'll be avidly looking at it like I do now.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll always like college football. I think it's just the most like prideful sports are in college, honestly.
For sure.
So,
And it's like
uh,
no like rigging or anything like that. But
mm,
we can move on. We can get into the most rigged, the NFL,
yeah,
National Fixed
um,
League.
yeah. Last week was beautiful.
Yeah, I mean we can discuss last week's games a good bit.
Fantasy win.
Thanksgiving we had the Bills and Lions. I really enjoyed that game. That was the
Yeah,
noon game.
yeah. Perfect ending to it too.
I was hoping the Lions would get the win, but
Honestly, like I just don't think the Lions should win games. Like I don't want the like as like I've become a fan of the Lions because they're just cool at this point.
yeah,
Like you don't want them winning games, to be honest. Imagine instead of being 4-7, they're 5-6 now with a
yeah,
win against the Bills. Like, what's even the point?
yeah, you're right. I mean, they could technically make well if they say they had won, they'd be in
Yeah,
the playoff picture, but like there's no point in them making the playoffs. So
yeah. It's like the Giants at this point, but
yeah,
they're moving
Cowboys
on to the
Giants.
Giants.
I at this point, I really just if it was up to me, we would just lose out. But
No, at this point, we gotta keep it running. Like we don't have a choice, right,
yeah, I guess we're too deep in.
dude? It's just I think when the line is getting more help, like the O line just like needs to glue a little bit and then get Neil back.
Dude,
And
I
then
mean, look at the roster. It's
it's depleted at
yeah.
this
There's
point.
literally
We
no
have so
talent.
many injuries.
There's literally no
No,
talent.
we have no injury. We have no talent, and on top of that, the talented players are injured.
Yeah, the
So
receivers are terrible, bro. Like, I mean, I don't know.
Dude, I mean, Xavier McKinney went on a boat trip or whatever and
Nah,
mangled his hand or
he was on
whatever.
vacation, like riding an ATV and like messed up his hand.
ATV.
Yeah, something like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Uh, I don't know. I don't want to talk about them anymore. But the
Yeah,
Cowboys are about to be gross. I
yeah.
guess if they get
Cowboys.
Odell, they're going to be gross.
We know the Cowboys are great, but I think they'll fold as usual.
No, if the Cowboys get Odell, they're an NFL. They're an NFL Super Bowl contender.
I mean, I'd say
You
they're.
don't think?
I think they're already a Super Bowl contender, but it's just the Cowboys. I think they always end up folding.
I don't know. I just, dude, not with that roster. At this point, like this is becoming like the Buccaneers. Where the Buccaneers at the beginning of the season were like losing games, so everyone was like they're and then at the end of the year they just like blow teams out. Like the Dallas Cowboys just beat the Vikings 40-3, bro.
I mean, the Bucks also have a ton of injuries. Huh?
Yeah, but like I'm saying, that Bucks team that won the Super Bowl was so talented that it was like at the end of the year we were like, how did we not see this coming? And isn't that just
Yeah,
the Cowboys at
that's
this
true.
point? The Cowboys are just loaded, and everyone just like doesn't like the Cowboys, and I don't either. But
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah,
Patriots and
Pat's Vikings.
Vikings. That was a pretty good game. I thought the Patriots. Mac Jones played a good game. I'm not a fan of Mac, but he played a good game. Vikings. I mean, the Vikings. They play everybody close. That's just how they are.
Dude, I just don't. I don't like the Vikings.
Yeah,
They
I
kind
don't
of
think.
just
I
they're
don't think so.
stinky.
I mean,
I don't know, dude.
one team that doesn't play anybody close is the Dolphins. They've just been dropping 40 on everybody.
Yeah, 30-15 against the Texans.
Well, they were up 30-0, I think, and then they benched all their starters in the third quarter. And then
Do you
Texans,
know?
I mean, Texans are basically, I think it's basically locked up. They're getting the number one pick. So
Do you see this?
what?
Look at the score.
30-15.
30-15. How did they get 15? So
Because the
the
spread
way
was
that they
14.
got 15. But hold on, was the spread ever 15?
It was 14 or 14 and a half. And the Texans went for two twice after both their touchdowns, didn't get it either time, and then they got a field goal. That's how they got 15.
Broncos, Panthers, the punch show,
Yeah, I mean,
the
I don't
punt and pick.
talk about that game at all. Just
Yeah, skip it.
fire
Don't care
Hackett.
about either of those teams.
Bengals,
Yeah.
Titans. Bengals got the upper hand again. I don't think the Titans offense has enough, honestly.
Or the Bengals like are so weird. Like
I,
they
I
just like
think,
play down to their competition.
yeah, I mean, they play the Chiefs this week, so we'll talk about that.
They're gonna win. They're gonna win
We'll
probably.
preview
It's gonna be
that.
an insane game, dude. But
Jets, Bears, we can kind of skip over, but Mike White, shout out Mike White.
yeah, Garrett Wilson's gross.
Yeah.
Browns, Bucks.
Falcons, Commanders. Oh, Brown, you want to go Browns, Bucks? All right. Browns. Yeah, I said the Browns would win that game. I wasn't surprised at all.
Dude, the craziest part is Tom Brady threw the ball 43 times.
It was a really ugly game.
Dude, like, how do you throw the ball 43 times with a 5.7-yard average? You get 246 yards and two touchdowns.
I don't know why they didn't.
That results in 17 points.
I was confused why they weren't running the ball
Yeah.
more. When I'm pretty sure
Rashad
he had a
White
good
was
game.
14 for 64,
Yeah.
4.6 yards per carry.
The Browns
35-yard
run
run.
defense is notoriously bad. They don't have any D line. Well, they they have Myles Garrett obviously, but they don't have any like.
Dude, I don't think the Bucks have any O line though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's why it was an ugly game.
Yeah, I guess.
Falcons, Commanders, pretty ugly game. Also, Commanders continue to eke out wins, so I guess show them some respect.
You do you.
Yep. Ravens, Jaguars with that clutch score and 2-point conversion. That was a Trevor Lawrence masterclass. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. T-Law is not what we thought he was going to be. Like, he's not Andrew Luck, but he's for real. He'll be he'll be good. He'll be like
I think next year the Jags, they should have high expectations for sure.
Yeah, and because they got Devin Lloyd in the draft. Steal.
Yeah.
Like I said.
Tyson Campbell, their corner, he's been really good this year.
Yeah. Ravens are like,
bro, they have Calvin Ridley coming in next year. They're scary, bro.
Dude, the Ravens are like actually bad though. That's the problem.
I've said the Ravens aren't all that, before the season started. I don't see it, bro.
Yeah.
What
No.
makes anybody think this team is beating the Bills or the Chiefs? I don't see it.
Nothing me. If Dobbins was playing, I think they'd be better.
He got reinstated this week, so he can come back at any time, whenever they want, whenever he's ready. Raiders, Seahawks, huge game from Josh Jacobs. Seahawks defense, just not it. Their offense is, I think we can all say at this point the Seahawks offense is legit, but the defense is bad.
Dude, if Derek Carr's throwing for 303 on you, your defense is bad. Oh my God.
Look at Josh Jacobs' stats?
Bro, it's just like 576 yards of offense for the Raiders.
That's wild.
You know what's even more impressive though?
What?
The Raiders defense gave up 34 points with only 372 yards.
Jeez. Chargers, Cardinals. Chargers won by 1 point. I don't know. I don't have much to say about that game. Cardinals are on a bad trajectory. That's all I have to say.
One thing I took from this game is that James Conner is a dog. Did you see James Conner, bro?
I honestly don't know his stats from that game, but I honestly don't think he's that good.
Dude, 25 for 120.
Oh, that's good.
Dude, 3 catches, 20 yards, and a receiving touchdown.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Bro, he's actually playing. He plays 95% of their snaps or something. He's Saquon.
That's impressive.
That's insane. Yeah.
Credit. Niners beat the Saints 13-0 is what it is. Chiefs beat the Rams 26-10. Rams have nobody. We saw that coming. The Sunday night game was pretty entertaining. Eagles 40-33. I think this basically puts it out for the Packers. I think their season's done. At this point, Rodgers wants to play, but I mean, I don't understand why Jordan Love is just like sitting on the roster. Like sooner or later, don't we have to figure out like what the plan is? Is Rodgers gone after this year, or what's up with that?
I mean, Aaron Rodgers, I feel like just devoted like his career. Like no one likes Aaron Rodgers, but he's low-key, right? Like they don't do anything.
I like him.
I like Aaron Rodgers because I think like he is just like for real, like to the press, and people don't like that very much. Like he's a little weird.
I don't think he puts on any facade or anything.
Yeah, dude. He's got no like other face. So he's just like, dude, they've brought in nothing, dude. Their roster like gets progressively worse from like the time they did win the Super Bowl, in my opinion. Like there were times when they built it up and it was like they had Devontae Adams, Aaron Jones, they had first round capital. Like Aaron Rodgers was still a quarterback.
Bad. Like the defense would always be like last year was the special teams. The special teams literally are the reason they lost. I mean, it didn't help the offense didn't score a lot, but the special teams, the only Niners touchdown in that playoff game was literally off of a blocked punt.
Yeah.
And then this year, the defense hasn't helped them much. And then the offense hasn't done much either. The receivers,
the line sucks.
There's no receivers. Christian Watson has been really good as of late, but
dude, that might change it all. This might change it all.
Rodgers has to like work with his receivers for like years. Like guys like Jordy Nelson and like Devontae Adams, at first they weren't all that. And then after a couple of years, like they're regarded as like top 10 receivers. Adams even top 1 at some point. But,
yeah, Greg Jennings and them.
Yeah, James Jones.
James Jones.
Steelers beat the Colts on Monday night by 7. Kenny Pickett, I actually watched that game. I like Kenny Pickett a good bit, honestly. I don't mind him.
Dude, yeah, I think Kenny Pickett's actually good. I was saying that. I think Kenny Pickett's like he's gonna be good wherever he goes. He's gonna be decent wherever he goes.
I think he has a high floor.
I don't think he's gonna struggle.
I think he's high floor. I don't see him ever being a top 10 QB, but I think he could be.
I do. 100%, dude. He's huge, dude. You just forget that he's like an athletic freak. That's the thing. Yeah.
He doesn't have a special.
You never know, dude. They got to find something to do with him because he's 6 for 32 on the ground. I mean, he could definitely run, dude. Like,
yeah, no, he can run for sure. At the very least, I'd say at the very worst, he's like a Jimmy G, in my opinion.
Yeah. You want to go to next week?
Yeah. So that's a quick recap of week 12. Let's dive into week 13. Tomorrow night, we got Bills Patriots. That's a good game. I'm excited to watch that.
Yeah. I don't know about this one.
I would
What do you
say
think? The line's 3.5, so maybe the Patriots are winning.
Patriots are at home. I mean, I don't know how can somebody look me in the eyes and bet money on the Bills to win by more than 3 in Foxborough against Bill Belichick? Like, you're just a crazy man if you do that.
You think
I mean, to me, that's like
the
I said,
Jets held them to 3 or to
I'm not a
10?
betting man, but I still think that if you take the Patriots and they lose, you're like, all right, they were at home. I feel like that's the right pick. They lost, whatever. So I would, in that circumstance, I would say the Patriots is a good pick.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think for some reason the Patriots are going to look really good on offense, and this is going over.
I mean, their offense looked great last week against a 26 on the Vikings. It's not bad.
Yeah, I don't know. I just see it being a good game.
Yeah, for
Finally,
sure. I agree.
we
Packers,
deserve it.
Bears. Rodgers is
Dude, I
supposed to
mean,
play.
you know it's going to happen.
Yeah,
You know it's going to happen, man.
I don't even want to talk about it.
Happens every year.
Falcons,
Jags,
Steelers.
Lions. Falcons, Steelers. Yeah.
I mean, I don't really have much to say about that game. I'm
Yeah.
sure
Say what you want about it.
it'll be similar to I'd say it's probably going to be similar to the Steelers Colts game from Monday night. So
Jags, Lions.
I'm pretty excited for that. It's not
Yeah.
obviously neither team has a great record, but
I like the Lions to win, dude.
two good offenses for sure. And you got, I mean, I like it honestly. I think that's a decent game. You think the Lions are going to win? What's the line now?
I mean, it's +1 for the Lions, and I mean, I don't know. I think the Lions will win.
I think the Jags will win.
Dude, I think the Jags are gonna. Dude, I don't know. This might be an Amon-Ra 45-pointer again.
Maybe,
Just like,
maybe.
and maybe Jamison Williams plays. Maybe
I haven't heard when he's supposed to come back, but yeah,
he's not supposed to, but we'll see.
I think the Jags will win, honestly. Jets, Vikings.
Yeah.
Shit. Doesn't have much interest in me, honestly, but
yeah, I feel like the Jets are gonna win. I don't know why, but
I mean, we got
just
Mike White again. We'll see how he performs. This is a big if the Jets win this game and Mike White plays good,
they might be legit.
He may be legit, yeah.
Commanders, Giants.
Let's see. Commanders, Giants. I don't know much to say, honestly. I'm not really not confident at all we can win this game, or we will win this game, but I think we can win this game, obviously.
Shit, I don't even know anymore. I just don't think we're like, dude, it's something about these last couple of weeks that have just made me like feel weird. Like, first, I don't think we played well against Houston, and we won because we played Houston, and then we played Detroit and lost like on our own turf.
We got destroyed.
Yeah, and then we played Dallas and like played a good 2 quarters ish, like 1.5 quarters, and then just like flopped.
Yeah.
So
sure.
the thing is, to me, like I think that Washington is bottom of the totem pole in reality. They beat, like, if you look at their last 5, like going to Indianapolis and winning that stinker on Thursday night, like they only scored 17 points to win.
Yeah.
Lost to Minnesota by 3. Beat the Eagles in that absolute fluke. Like,
I mean, yeah, that roughing or not roughing the passer, that unnecessary roughness or whatever was a terrible call at the end. But yeah, I give them credit. They won that. They won that game.
Yeah, they won it at the Texans and then beat the Falcons. So they've gotten 4 out of their 7 wins in the past 5 weeks. So they're hot. I just think this is a game they'll lose. So I think we'll be on the right end of like their
I see what you're saying.
Unfortunate
eventually
pathway. Yeah.
Titans, Eagles. I think the Eagles. Actually, I don't know. I could honestly see this game going 2 ways. I think it could go the low scoring route,
or they'll just be forced to throw the ball.
I think in a low scoring game, I see the Titans pulling it out, but this Eagles offense just seems really high powered. So I don't see the Titans capable of. I mean, they scored 27 on the Packers, but I don't see them capable of dropping 30 in this game.
I don't know. It's just like, how good do you think the Eagles are at throwing the ball, I guess, right? Because the Titans defend the run.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I think Jalen Hurts can throw it for 250 and win.
Yeah. Browns Texans, the return of Watson, the massage king.
Menace.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
they're
I'm
gonna win,
definitely
dude.
otherwise I would not be tuning in, but I
I'm
do.
gonna watch him play.
I'm really interested to see Watson.
Dude, I hate that like that's so
It's
I don't
insane
know.
that he's
It's
playing.
insane to me that he's playing.
It is.
But it's yeah, I mean,
How do you think he's gonna play?
that'll be so dude. He's great. Like he's that's the worst part, bro. Like whether you're a fan of him or not, he's gonna be on your TV every single day now because he's literally gonna win an MVP at some point.
I
Like you
mean,
forget
before,
like he was that guy.
yeah,
He
but
was
that's what I
top
was
three
saying.
when he was booted. It
Before
sucks. But
his whole scenario, I was a big fan of him. I like him. But now, I mean, I don't know. I like his game.
yeah.
I still like his game, but I can't really respect him.
Yeah. Kind of how it works right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh Broncos Ravens. Ugh.
I just think the Broncos are gonna win, or the Ravens are gonna win by like 3, and everyone's gonna be
Yeah.
not doesn't care about this game.
I
But
mean, the Broncos are just I any game they're in, I really don't care.
yeah, I
Dolphins,
mean,
Niners. That's honestly,
what a game.
I'd say that's my second favorite game of the week besides the Chiefs Bengals. But Dolphins Niners,
Yeah,
I think. All right,
Niners by 4.
hot take,
I'm taking the Niners.
hot take. This is like a chaos Super Bowl preview.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Like,
I mean,
if these
I
two teams
agree.
met in the Super Bowl, I honestly would not even be that surprised.
It would be crazy, but I wouldn't be that surprised. I guess
Yeah.
I've already picked the Niners to go to the Super Bowl
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
NFC.
I've said the same. I've said the same. But I don't
Damn,
know.
really?
Yeah, yeah. I think it'll
That's
be
crazy.
I've said Niners Chiefs, but I don't know, honestly. My opinion changes all the time.
I think we'll get the Bills in there,
Yeah, I think
or the
The
Chiefs, but I
Bills
think the
are
Bills are
very
getting in
due.
there.
The Bills are very due, but I don't know.
I think they'll finally win it this year.
Yeah, I
Just
could see
like
that.
wait on the defense to be healthy. But anyway, um,
Yeah, so Dolphins, we know how good their offense is. It'll be a good game. Seahawks, Rams, I mean, no interest to me. It's just like the Rams like the Broncos, even worse at this point. Who do they have? Like, I don't even want to watch the game.
yeah, I'm good. We can move on.
Chargers, Raiders. I mean, it'll be high scoring, so probably entertaining like the Seahawks Raiders from last week, but still not of very much interest to me.
Dude, it's just like shocking to me. It's still a 1.5 point spread for the Chargers. It's kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all if the Raiders won this game.
God, dude, these teams stink.
Yeah.
It's a weird NFL year, is it not? I
Yeah,
feel
it
like a lot
really
of teams
is.
are not very good.
Yeah, it's really weird. Chiefs Bengals game of the week in my opinion.
100%.
Bengals are at home. What's the line looking like? 3?
Chiefs -2.
2. All right. Interesting. I don't know where I would stand on that, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, I think give me the Bengals, right? To make them 8-5. Like they have to make the playoffs, bro. It's in the script. So
Yeah, I think the Bengals definitely have a good shot in the game, but
yeah,
Chiefs are the Chiefs, you know.
yeah, it's
I'm
scary.
interested to see how if the Bengals defense last year when they play the Chiefs was that too high safeties, but Mahomes has been dicing that up now, so I'm interested to see what they're gonna do.
Yeah. Monday Night Football.
Sunday night we got Colts Cowboys, but we don't
Oh
have to
shit.
talk
Yeah.
much about that. I don't know why. I don't
Yeah.
know what's up. Actually, my bad. I just remembered. I saw that they're flexing the Dolphins Niners to the night game.
They
So
are.
yeah, so Colts Cowboys is gonna be in the afternoon, I guess, and then it's gonna be Dolphins Niners Sunday
They need
night.
to start doing that more.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So
Saints
Colts
Bucks.
Cowboys. I think the Cowboys will just honestly run them over.
Skip it. Yeah, I don't care about the Colts playing football.
Saints Bucks. I mean, I really don't even have much interest in this game. The
Dude, this
Saints,
will be a good game. This will be a good game.
look so bad, but yeah, it is a divisional game. I would be
Bro, it's
more
just the
interested.
Mike Evans thing. It's funny.
Oh, true with Lattimore. Yeah, I'd be more interested if this game was in New Orleans, but
No, the Bucks fans are fire.
I don't
Kinda
know.
sometimes.
I
Monday
just
Night Football, right?
yeah. But if it's all I'm saying is if it's like a divisional game, I'd rather the worst team be at home because then the line is like all wonky and stuff.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it'll be entertaining though.
For sure.
I think it'll be a good
Um,
one.
Any players you want to highlight or anything?
Talked about James Conner,
Yeah,
but
talked about Josh Jacobs.
Shit, I mean, dude, actually, there is one guy.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know how long he's been out for and how many games he's been back for.
Yeah.
But this dude on the 49ers who plays safety, you know what I'm talking about? He's the
Uh,
guy from
Helen
USC.
Tulanoa Hofanga,
Yeah, Hufanga.
Yeah.
That's who he is.
like Troy
Yeah, dude.
Polamalu.
Yeah, dude. He is actually is he playing? He's back, right?
I
Dude,
honestly am
their
not sure,
defense
but
looks
yeah,
insane.
I know that guy.
He
I was
must be back.
I was thinking we do a quick little game segment before we close things off. So we can switch off, but I'm gonna say a player's stats and you try and guess what player it is. Just from this past week of games.
All right, I'll probably get it if it's on offense.
Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go on offense. All right. First player, and I can give some hints if you need it. We got 12 targets, 7 catches, and for 94 yards. And this player recorded 16.4 fantasy PPR points.
Is it DK?
No, he's on an AFC team and they beat an NFC team.
He's on an AFC team.
Yeah. And DK's stat line was 15 targets, 11 catches, 90 yards. So yeah, that was a good guess. But he had
Is it Diggs? No, it's
No,
not
you got one
Diggs.
more guess. It's not Diggs.
AFC?
I mean, you were going the right route. AFC team that beat NFC, but
Just Devontae Parker.
I don't even know.
Was it?
But no, it was Amari Cooper. Browns beat the Bucks.
Uh,
All right. I'll give you one more.
I was never gonna guess that.
I'll give you an easier one.
How am I gonna guess this?
All right, how about this? 6 targets,
Yeah, I mean,
4 catches, 110 yards, and 1 touchdown. 4 catches, 110 yards, and a touchdown.
Is that Christian Watson?
Yep, you got it. First try.
Yeah, no, that one was easy though.
All right, give me one.
I'll give you an easy one.
All right.
I'll give you a really easy one. Let's do James Robinson. Oh wait, hold on.
This guy missed
Nah.
some memo.
Yeah, nah.
James Robinson was a healthy and active, so I'd hope you wouldn't tell me his stat line.
Go. All right, I got one.
All right.
6 targets for 3 catches and 63 yards. 9.3 fantasy points.
3 catches for 63 yards. This is such a terrible stat line.
This should be an easy one. This should be an easy one for you.
Bro, what? Oh, did he have a touchdown?
No.
So it's not AJ Brown. Oh, Jacoby Myers.
No.
Wait, look at Jacoby Myers' stat line.
His is 3 for 62, not 63.
All right. In that case, I mean,
Getting warmer.
dude, I mean, the fact that I literally missed it by 1 yard, I don't know. I don't know. Let me get one more. Give me a hint. Give me a hint.
You started him in fantasy.
I didn't start George Pickens. Not Tyler Boyd. Damn, dude. I remember seeing his score of 9.3, but I literally can't remember the player. What team is he on?
I'm going to tell you.
What team is he on?
The Giants.
Oh, it was Darius
The
Slay.
Giants.
He should have had a touchdown.
Yeah.
Down at the 1 yard line.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's
I
terrible.
should've guessed that one. All right, give me one more and then we'll head out.
All right, I'll give you a harder one.
All right.
Wide receiver, he had 10 targets,
Okay.
5 for 85 yards.
No touchdowns?
No touchdowns.
Okay. And what is he like on an AFC team that beat an NFC team or AFC beat AFC?
He is on an AFC team that beat an AFC team.
AFC team that beat an AFC team. All right. Zay Jones?
No.
Okay.
Zay Jones had like 150 yards.
Oh, I just heard you say 10 catches, so that's what I was basing it on. I knew he had a lot of catches. Let's see. I'm looking at all the games to see which game it could be. Oh, T. Higgins? Not T. Higgins. 10 catches?
No, 10 targets for 5 catches.
How many yards?
85.
Oh, 85 yards. Tyreek. Tyreek at 85 yards. I remember seeing that.
You're extremely warm, and it's just you're not right.
So
you
it's
are
Waddle?
right, but you're not right. That's not who it is. Yeah,
So it's
Waddle.
It's not Waddle? Jeez.
It is Waddle. It is
Oh.
Waddle.
Okay.
Yeah.
I said Waddle right after Tyreek, and then you said no. But I guess you were talking about Tyreek. So I thought I was wrong about that too. Jeez.
No, it was Waddle.
Okay. Fantasy wide receiver number 6.
Yeah, we kind of stink.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to run that segment back with some guests and see how well they do.
Yeah. I mean, I'm playing you in fantasy this week, so you probably won't be checking it too often. Probably.
I won't be checking.
Imagine you beat me. That would really suck.
Dude, I
can't believe you traded for Leonard Fournette, by the way.
That would be huge if I won, bro. If I can win this fantasy matchup, if I can win this matchup, projected 100.3 points, then I don't know, bro. My whole team, besides my quarterback, is projected 12 points.
Anything's possible.
Yeah, you never know. But that's it for me.
Anything's possible. Yeah, I'm ready to get out of here.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Thank you for tuning in.